Hi, my friends. Welcome to the Sussex Daily News Channel version 2. Tonight, we give you a piece of breaking news. The final showdown. Charles steps in as William and Harry's feud explodes. As Prince Harry's 12-month abdication review deadline looms nearer, it seems to have had the opposite effect the royals had hoped. Instead of Harry realizing he's made a mistake by skipping out on Britain and the royal family to join his wife Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, over in Hollywood, the chasm between himself and his brother Prince William has grown almost irreparably wider. With Harry ruffling feathers alongside his wife thanks to their politically charged declarations, and pontificating on social media from within their new California home, despite the tacit agreement that royals shouldn't enter political frays or be seen to lecture the public. It's no wonder sources say William has thrown up his hands in defeat. William feels there is no going back, says a source. Harry may still have around 3 months between now and his January deadline, but judging by the way he has thrown himself into his very unroyal life in America, William is no longer planning to include him in issues about the family or the monarchy. Indeed, last week it was revealed William had stepped forward to take on his younger brother's most valued role as the head of the Royal Marines. Prince Harry was floored by that, says a source. He's made no secret of the fact that he was going to appeal to have that role reinstated at the 12-month review. He has served in frontline combat, and the service members respect him. Harry thinks he's earned it, and he honestly believes William is deliberately taking it away to hurt him. Harry's always had a chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper when his big brother is involved. So whether it's true or not doesn't matter. British author Robert Lacey, a historical consultant to Netflix series The Crown and author of the new book Battle of Brothers, claims the siblings' falling out is as disastrous for the family as their mother's untimely death. If this breach between brothers is not healed in some way, it will come to stand with the abdication crisis of King Edward VIII and the death of Diana as one of the traumas that changed the monarchy, he says. With the once close brothers barely on speaking terms ever since William revealed his concerns that Harry was rushing too quickly into his marriage, their father, Prince Charles, 71, has largely stepped back to let the men sort out their differences. But now sources tell Women's Day that he's left with no choice but to act. In recent weeks, there have been rumors of staff who oversee Harry and Meghan's UK base, Frogmore Cottage in Windsor, which they rent from the Queen, being instructed to prepare for an imminent arrival. It was previously thought the Sussexes wouldn't be back in England until early January, when Meghan's expected to take the stand in her controversial privacy case against the Mail on Sunday. Harry probably needs to duck home for tax and visa reasons, but I don't think Charles is going to let him make it a flying visit, says a source. I've heard he's told Harry to come home within the next few weeks alone, so they can sit down with William and have this out once and for all. It's helping no one for them to be taking passive-aggressive potshots at each other from across the Atlantic. Harry needs to face the music with his grandmother first, but once she's done reading him the riot act, Charles, who is much calmer in manner, will be holding a summit of his own. No one is under any illusion that it won't at least start off like a blazing row between his two very angry sons. But Charles's hope is once to get their fury and resentment off their chests, there will be room for some constructive conversations about how they are to proceed without the family breaking down forever. Meanwhile, in other exclusive interview news from Daily Mail, Harry and Meghan shelled out $400 an hour to record recent podcasts at a luxury beachfront rental property rather than invite the teens to their Montecito mansion, just a short drive away. It makes you wonder what they were hiding. Harry and Meghan recorded a podcast about teenage mental health earlier this month. They were photographed chatting to 3 high school kids from Teenager Therapy for audio production in support of World Mental Health Day. The couple speaking into microphones was seen sitting on a sofa in front of a stone fireplace across from the teens. After the photo was posted on Teenager Therapy's Twitter page, there was widespread speculation. It gave another glimpse inside the couple's sprawling $14 million Montecito mansion. But DailyMail.com can reveal the podcast episode was in fact recorded at a rental property overlooking Miramar Beach in Montecito, a short drive from Harry and Meghan's home. The question is, this spiteful action shows clearly what they think of the little people. They cannot be trusted and are unwanted in Meghan and Harry's home, as if their presence may despoil and defile it. When they perceive all this woke stuff to be good publicity, you can feel Meghan and Harry's disdain and dislike of ordinary people. They think themselves far too grand to dirty themselves with decent, honest people unless it involves a fee or a self-promoting photo opportunity, such as the time they turned up for 10 minutes at the free school equipment giveaway. But these are the very people they expect to watch their tedious, tawdry, self-pitying output on Netflix. The deluded duo deserve nothing but our scorn. The Craftsman-style house, which is advertised on Gigster.com as On the Sand in Montecito, can be hired out for filming and photo shoots at $400 an hour for a minimum of 3 hours. The 4-bed, 3-bath property has 2,500 square feet of space and a huge front lawn overlooking the beach and allows up to 15 cast and crew for productions. Clearly, it must be hard work not living a normal life. Meghan is constantly organizing her life to an agenda. Nothing is spontaneous. She seems to treat everything as an opportunity to increase self-promotion or make money out of it, even down to her own son, which seems unnatural to me. Harry and Meghan Markle are vulgarity personified. They spend money like it's water, while sanctimoniously lecturing the rest of us to cut back. They waste money for their superficial PR stunts, and their cat and mouse games are immature and boorish. These middle-aged hypocritical grifters should grow up, and they won't, because Harry is a dim-witted man-child who gets his kicks by acting the fool, as he's always done. And Meghan Markle is a malignant narcissist who enjoys bullying others, particularly the royal family, who have caved into her obnoxious demands. More than 2,000 comments also slammed them on Daily Mail. A fan wrote, "Funny, they have their mansion posted for rent for $700 per hour, minimum 10 hours, to host things such as videos and other high-profile events. Wonder why they can't host their own event. It's not like they don't have the room. I mean, come on, a huge garden, a separate tea house, guest house, and let's not forget about the 16 bathrooms. I thought they were supposed to be Meg and just Harry now. Haha, yeah, right." Another said, "Why yes, Meghan and Harry, please tell us all about mental health from luxury locations where you have security, nannies, and staff. I can't imagine how hard it must be up in her villa with all those mean comments people make about her that she never reads, unless she's got all the time in the world, which I guess she does since she knows she's the most trolled person in the world." The third added, "These two nitwits really believe they are something really big in the eyes of the world, so the mansion is not good enough for a podcast with a bunch of teenagers. I am sure they all wondered why they were not invited to the big house. I guess for the two nutcases, by doing this rental gig, keeps their place private until they need to put on the Ritz for some really rich and famous. Now, if her father showed up for a visit, they're going to rent a mobile home and make it look like they need some money from him as well." Meanwhile, a fan explains, It says something when commenters aren't even surprised that they do something like this. When there were articles saying it was their home, why did they not speak out about the fake news and say it wasn't their home? They rented it. Was it that they knew if they got out that people would question them once again like they are now? They bulldozed their way into this charity in the first place. They weren't invited. They then didn't want the kids in their own home despite being in a big mansion and preaching to everyone that we all need to come together for the greater good. The money they spent to keep the plebs out of their house could have gone to the charities they preach to us about on a daily basis. It so happens that this house is listed on the same register site that their home randomly appeared on a few days after their new self-appointed roles as child therapists. And the last one concluded, there is no way I would allow that horrid woman, that greedy, vile, nasty, disgusting, lousy excuse for a human being anywhere near my children. She has the morals of a tadpole. She is in no way, shape, or form inspirational, and neither she nor her lapdog have any business speaking to anyone about mental health. They have nothing whatsoever to offer, and they serve no purpose at all. Who the hell do they think they are? And you? What do you think about them? And don't forget to discuss my news today in the comment section. If you so prefer my video, remember to like and share it with anyone you want. And don't be afraid to subscribe to the Sussex Daily News team on YouTube to not miss any video by us. Now, thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you later tonight.